Hello, Gwen. Lovely to
I,
see you again.
yes, I'm down in sunny Devon with Mum just for the week. So,
And I'm here in somewhat overcast Halifax.
oh
I'm
really?
delighted. We had some rain yesterday, so the garden's going, oh, give me more.
Oh no, I've not. I've missed that completely. Well, thankfully
Yeah,
my plants have had a nice water then.
yeah. It's been desperately needed. So
Yeah.
delightful that it's happened. And we're here because we've got new moon.
We have in Gemini, yeah,
Yes. So,
yeah,
time for us to do another card reading.
yes,
Just to encourage people, if they like our readings, that they can always subscribe to the playlist on YouTube,
yeah.
and also follow us on Facebook or visit our websites. The information's in the blurb, so please do give us a look and give us your feedback. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thumbs
So,
up.
today I'm using the Diana Cooper Archangel Animals that just
Right.
called to me, and I'm using my Cheryl Lee Harnish Return of Spirit cards.
Lovely
Just
card.
felt like we needed a little bit of animal oomph. Of course, we have animal guides. We have lots of things we can take from the beautiful animal inhabitants of our world. At the moment, I seem to be attracting bees, which is beautiful, because I always love the sense of royalty and the sense of community. So the cards are falling out of my hands. So we'll just see what's what with them. I'm going to get 3 of them. And I just feel like I need 3 others, 3 from my Return of Spirit pack. Just give them a very quick, brief shuffle. Get them. Oh, that one. And that one. Oh, that one. It's interesting, of course, because we've got Saturn retrograde, the planet of discipline. We've got solstice coming up this week, so
Right.
longest day.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Uh,
Wednesday.
yeah, and then we're going returning to the dark. So starting, I always call it the waning cycle of the year. That we've had the expansion bit, and then we're tipping into the shrinking bit where things are kind of solidifying and coming back together again. So quite interesting energies around right now. And I want to start with the energy of the animal cards. And the first one I've been given is snake,
Oh,
which makes me smile because, of course, I've got a snake tattoo. And I know you've got a snake.
okay.
So, uh, and the words on this card: I'll live according to your divine essence. And of course, what's wonderful about the snake is the snake sheds its skin in order to grow. It throws a big part of itself off and expands. So I do feel that we're going into that sense of expansion in this new moon energy. Um, we uh, we need to think about our relationship with ourselves and what now needs to grow some more. Where are we needing to kind of put our trust in ourselves?
Yeah.
I always think about snake energy as transformation. So
Right.
for me, I'm feeling like in this particular next couple of weeks, in this new moon, it's looking for, where do I transform? Where do I change? Where do I grow? Um, Sometimes our old skin, so to speak, has to get really restrictive and painful before we
Yeah.
go, oh, you know what, I'm not having that anymore. So I also want to encourage anybody who's kind of, excuse me, they're wanting to channel in this morning. Anybody who's kind of going, this is too painful, or this is too much, or I can't do this anymore, think about, where is your skin pinching you?
Right.
I'm always funny about new shoes, have to be broken in. I always get blisters, and it makes me laugh because it always reminds me of the snake. It's kind of a reminder, yes, you need something new, but there may be a bit of pain involved before everything settles down and becomes comfortable again. And I certainly feel that little hint of Saturn creeping in here and kind of going, you know.
Yeah.
Because we've got a lot of emotion around this new moon as well, with its astrology. So, oh, and here we go. Backing it up is frequency shift. To me,
Ooh,
it always looks like something emerging from an egg.
yeah. Yeah.
And I love the sense of the blue that's in there. It's almost like the butterflies coming out of the cocoon.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like an insect, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So here again, we're being encouraged to see transformation coming out of a half moon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So again, I just feel like what this new moon is saying is there's a big transformation, a big shift. Vibrationally, your energy will be going up. Make sure that you're not letting yourself stay restricted. And interestingly, snakes come out of eggs.
Yes, they do.
Oh, all this sense of breaking through. And I do think that this new moon's giving us the energy of breakthrough. We
Yeah.
will find a way through it all that's a new way, a different way, something maybe we haven't tried already, an inspirational way. Are you with me? So it's a beautiful kind of exercise in painful growth that's going to be fabulous in the end.
Yeah.
I'm back to thinking about shoes, how wonderful it always is when you've broken your shoes in and then they're comfortable, and then you don't want to give them up. Your ruby red slippers taking you home. Ah,
Well played, played.
the next one I've got is the llama card.
Oh,
I love this one. There's this beautiful burst of light, and the llamas form the shape of a heart.
smart, yeah. Above
And
and below. Mm.
the message from this card is about setting clear boundaries and enforcing them. Sometimes we do find it hard to hold our boundaries, especially when we want to be loving towards others, but we sometimes forget to be loving towards ourselves. So for me, what the new moon is highlighting here in an emotional sense is do what is the loving thing to do. Don't be tricked or trick yourself into thinking, well, this is love, when it actually isn't. Self-love is as important as loving others.
Yeah.
And in order to work successfully within yourself and with others in your relationships, you need the boundaries. And it is important to make sure that with this kind of new moon energy, part of the growing, part of the painful growing may be reminding yourself, maybe you're loving others too much and not loving yourself enough. Maybe there's a transition you have to make so that there's a better balance, because that's what's lovely about this card. It always gives me a balance energy. Love for me, love for them. Yeah. Underneath it is a lovely card. I hope you can see that all right. It's called Immunity.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Now, what I always get from this card is there's a sense of protection. When we surround ourselves with love, when we take love in, we are immune from lower vibrations.
Yeah.
So remembering we've got a frequency shift on its way, it's also about reminding ourselves that the basic principle of loving yourself is that then you don't invite negative through the door. Okay. And to me, it sort of looks like a doorway surrounded by flowers.
Yes.
Yeah. So in opening up our heart, we have, again, it's saying you have to have boundaries. But what you can do is you can make sure your heart is loving, surrounded with love, and then you aren't going to take on anything that anybody else throws at you.
Yeah.
So we have an immunity, which is important, a way of protecting ourselves that is important when we are shedding that skin. Snakes often go and hide. They're not sort of shedding their skin for all the world to see, because that would make them vulnerable.
Yeah.
So in order to help with the vulnerability of transition, the way to inoculate yourself against it, so to speak, is to bring in that radiating love. Bring in also the healing energy of change. Change isn't always a bad thing. It can be a really good thing. And the wisdom to know that you're doing the right thing for you. That's the important thing with the immunity. Loving yourself enough to put you first, and feeling the growth and expansion that comes from it. Okay. The final animal guide I wanted. This is the guinea pig. Lovely little guinea pig.
Oh.
And he's got a beautiful burst of light, his spark of spirit in the middle, and then in the background there's another spark glowing away.
Yeah.
The guinea pig is its energy brings in the idea of doing your part to illuminate the universe. So if you shine, others can see, and they can perhaps shine too. There's some lovely sacred geometry. It's very faint, but can you see with the sacred geometry?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And it's that connection that we all have. This moon is reminding us that we're connected to one another, and reminding us that as we flick our light on, it's like the solar lights at night. Every light comes on. If we can get every light, we are illuminating the universe. And not only can we individually see it, so can others.
Yeah.
Others can open up and see and experience and explore what the universe has to offer. So this couple of weeks is about looking at your abilities and talents and shining, and just accepting that you have a purpose. Some people kind of go, why are there snakes? But they have a purpose. And it's not temptation, by the way, for the most snake of all. It's actually, we need to take inspirations from the natural world, and we need to encourage ourselves. The other thing about guinea pigs is they're so soft and fluffy and lovely, but they like to be occupied.
They're very chatty.
The creatures who want to be, let's be busy. So it is going to be a couple of busy weeks while straightening things out and sorting things out, but it's all worth it in the end. And having just said that, I've just turned the worthy card over.
Oh, yeah. That is a beautiful card, Anya.
It is, like, again, yeah, it's the butterfly, the transformation energy.
Yeah.
It's understanding that whatever we contribute to the world, it is worth it, that we are worthy, that our unique light needs to shine. If it doesn't shine, if it's dimmed, then the world is worse for it. And over this next couple of weeks, of course, we're talking about the light starting to shrink again. And for me, that's really important. When we have the change of cycle into that more darker withdrawal, sometimes what we have to do is step up our game and shine brighter.
Yeah.
It's not to hold the dark at bay or ignore the dark or refuse the dark, but it's to say, I will light the way. I will show myself and others the way to deal with this darkening, because it is also part of the cycle, just like the moon is doing. So a very interesting new moon,
Yeah.
very interesting energy. So I wonder what your cards are going to bring for us.
Okay, so because I'm down in Devon, I brought the sea
Ooh,
cards.
yeah.
I do love these cards. And I bought Carl Gray's Angels and
Oh,
Ancestors.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. And with you talking there, Annie, I was really thinking of the energy of this new moon, with it being the new moon near solstice. And all year we've been upping our game, and stepping forward. I think we just need to make those final plans to allow us to then rest, because obviously we're going into the resting period now. When you look at nature's been very busy over spring and summer, and then harvest everything, and then everything seems to just slow down and goes into hibernation. And it is about knowing how to to rest. You said about looking after yourself. It's about that resting period as well. Okay, so what is the time now to do? Oh, there we go. 3 straight away. And I'm going to take the 3 from here. Don't believe it. Well, I do believe, because it's where the cards work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have some lovely porpoises diving out of the water.
Oh, lovely. Oh, I love
really
that.
enjoying themselves,
Yeah.
looking in the beautiful ocean there. And this is the play card. It's about working together, playing together. I know this new moon energy is all about bonding friendships as well together. So it's like getting that connection with others, like-minded people, spreading the word as a community, as a college unity, if you like, but seek out the fun while you're doing it. Make that connection. And I do think the next fortnight, I mean, the weather's been beautiful. It is a time a lot of people do go on holiday. Families get together, friends get together, and it's about embracing that energy, because we don't have that all year.
Yeah.
So it's about embracing it now and keeping hold of it, and splashing in the water. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
You're in the right place to do it as well.
yeah, see, I always look that way, because that's the window and I can see the sea. Yeah. And with the angels and ancestors, there's this one.
Oh, right.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And here's the peacekeeper, and she's holding there the peace pipe. And she has the buffalo behind her, which again is very much a herding animal. And they seem to be working together. I think that's the thing. It's about working together. You alone are not always right. There is the yin and the yang, the opposite, the negative, but combined, you always make that positive. So I think it is about making peace, letting go of anything that you feel you can't take on as not right. Just forget that person thinks they're right and you think you're right. That balances. You know, at the end of the day, that is a balance. You mentioned balance, and there's very much a balance here. I mean, the peace pipe is smoking, and can you see the buffalo is inhaling? So
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
making peace together, making peace. Okay. Um, and then we have, this comes out a lot when I use these cards. I love this. That is the bay with all the tunnels of the caves, the
yeah.
way the ocean has eroded the rocks, but still made some beautiful geometry with nature
Mm,
and the swirling. And that is the curious card. And
okay.
that says you need to be open to explore.
Mm,
There's no point in keeping your views to yourself or everything to yourself. You need to open up your heart
mm,
to explore more. And right in the distance there,
yeah.
in that cave, is a
Oh,
little healing ship.
yeah,
And again, taking that journey from the inner cave to the outer sea
yeah.
is what this is about, definitely. Um, I love it. Then we have the Sky Father, and
Oh,
there
wow.
he is with the eagle,
Yeah,
you know, taking pride and governance over the universe. Yeah, the Sky Father. And that again is saying trust in the unknown.
mm,
And what I was saying before about planning, making forward plans over the next 2 weeks,
mm,
even, and I think you said this as well, even if it's something you're not sure of, just go for it
mm,
because now's the time to do it.
mm,
Don't miss this opportunity. Take flight,
yeah,
and and the eagle there is in motion, ready to pounce, but the
mm,
calmness of the gentleman is
mm,
saying, I trust that my guides will lead me in the right way.
mm, yeah.
Beautiful. Um, wouldn't we like to be there now?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that lovely island. And
Yeah.
this is all about ease.
Mhm,
Okay, so all this planning that we're doing, all these feelings we're getting right at this moment and through to the full moon,
mm,
and it's about make it effortless.
mm,
Just go with the flow.
mm,
The energy is there for you to embrace, to just take those plans forward. Do it with friends, do it in friendship, do it with love.
yeah.
Um, do it together.
Mm,
Um, it's mad, isn't it? So here we have the final card. Actually, I think I want to pull one more after this. Um, this lady here, she's the Shield Maiden,
mhm,
and she is about, she's got determination on her. She's come fully equipped
yeah.
um, to make plans and focus.
Uh-huh.
And look at her necklace. There we go.
Yeah.
We've got
Well,
half moon again.
yeah.
See it. There we
Yeah,
go.
I can. Hmm.
And yeah, so that is that planning card that I was talking about. Make plans, focus, do
Hmm.
it with ease. I just need to pull out one more C card. Yeah, and that is just the ocean,
Oh, lovely.
just under the ocean. And
Yeah.
that is the clear card. I knew there was one more.
Yeah.
And you know, as you take these actions over the next fortnight, um, may things be even clearer for you.
Mm,
You'll know there's a reason why you had to take that step forward.
mm,
You'll see the transformation, or
yeah.
it's coming. You'll see that transformation. Although you can't see it now and you haven't seen it over the last two
Mm,
weeks, over the next fortnight, you'll just see everything flowing. Oh, I'm going very tingly.
mm,
Thank you. You'll see
yeah.
it very clearly and everything will be absolutely smooth. And I
Uh,
think it's wonderful that we're going from the light into the dark to
mm,
do our resting round Yule, but and we will gradually just go with the flow. So we will be able to hibernate, we will be able to rest,
mm,
and all will be good.
Mm.
Definitely.
I'm just smiling because they've just dropped the image of a little baby dragon breaking through its eggshell and sort of
Yeah.
sticking its little beak and its nose out and kind of going, "Right, okay, I'm here." What is
Yeah.
this place? What's it all about? And it just
Yeah.
sort of reminds me of, it just makes me think of all the cards that we've had and that sort of
Absolutely.
sense of wonder. And that it isn't always straightforward to break through, and it can feel really hard work to break through, but we get the reward of the breakthrough. We get
And we
the
don't have to do it
inspiration.
alone.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't have to do it alone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, it's I think there's also for me a feeling of a nurturing energy this next couple of weeks.
Well, we've gone from maiden into mother, haven't we? With the
Yes, yeah, we
solstice, we
have.
go into mother. And
Yeah,
that is the nurturing side, isn't it? So,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
lovely full moon to come. But in the
Yeah.
meantime,
Is it the buck moon, I think, the next
yeah,
one? Yeah.
this transformational energy for us to use. Um,
Yeah.
and when I saw the eagle, I immediately thought fly high.
Take flight. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So exciting.
It's got this lovely feel good that next fortnight we'll be reaping our rewards. There we go. That's come. Reaping our rewards,
Yeah.
and feeling really good about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Thank you very much, Gwen. It's been lovely
You
to
have
have those
again
cards.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
So back in a fortnight.
Yes. And I could well be back in Devon then, because obviously in July I'm going off to my wonderful cruise with my mother,
Yeah.
Norway, Iceland, and the Emerald Isles.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I might be in Scotland, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, wow.
Not entirely sure, but might be.
The energy, wonderful.
Yeah, we'll be tuned in slightly different energies, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Annie. It's been lovely.
It has. Have a good fortnight.
I will do. And you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.